when you are talking about document processing. You want to be consistent with the data that you're extracting. And that's why we are better in that sense than ChatGPT or any AI prompt technology.
How to use AI for digital document processing. All right. So my name is Kendall Matthews. I'm the head of marketing for ElectroNeek. So welcome everyone. So we're going to make sure that you understand what you're going to be listening to. So this next slide is going to show you exactly what we're going to be talking about. And so let's go ahead, Yuri.
So you guys can hear me. Let me do a quick introduction. My name is Yuri Valichuk, and I'm Chief Revenue Officer here in ElectroNeek. Pretty excited. So we have a lot of interesting information for you today. So particularly talking about AI, and AI being used in digital document processing. So, and as we call it, IDP, Intelligent Document Processing. So, and I have my colleague Conrado, who is head of product for IntelliDocs, which is our IDP solution. So, and he will help me when we will come into the live product demo. So, which I believe is the most interesting part of every webinar. So you will see product in action. So with that, let's dive to it. So I see that we have quite a good crowd. So in terms of attendees, so let's do it. So what we're talking today about, we will explain you what we do with ElectroNeek. So why us? We'll talk about our IDP solution. Then we decided that we will pick up particular vertical, a particular case when it comes to IDP usage. So, and we will talk about legal or the law firm office and what kind of challenges, what kind of documents they're dealing with, and what kind of thoughts and what kind of approach they should take when they're choosing the IDP platform or IDP solution, right? So, I mean, and how the project might look like. So we'll talk about the product features, benefits. Definitely we'll do the live demo. And in the demo, we will not just show you the platform, but we will be processing documents live. So we will see what comes in different document types, how the outcome looks like, and what makes experience, so using our platform, pretty unique compared to traditional IDP or OCP tools on the market. And we will make sure that we will save time for the questions, and we will run some questions in the end. So please put your questions in chat. You do right now. And we will make sure at the very end, important session, and this will get the link to recording after the webinar. So I mean, consider it's done. Let's dive into it. So we've been in the market already since 2019. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, so but at the same time growing super fast. So very innovative startup. So it's a first RPA platform for MSPs. So we know this category. None of our competitors focusing on MSPs, so we're actually willing to educate MSPs and build the business model so they can start building bots and resell it as an enhancement of their own offering or as a separate offering to their customers. We have more than 200 MSPs globally, not just North America, but also APAC, LATAM, and Europe. And we are working with big SaaS marketplaces like Spark8 or Katia or Cloudwise here in the States. So which obviously makes our experience and our solution more accessible to the multiple partners. And actually we're automating the last mile, so which they don't have when it comes to data matching, invoices, provisioning, customer onboarding, and so on. And happy to share that recently we got a few interesting awards. So we're #1 IT automation tool recognized by ICRN. So in June this year. So, and also recently, like a week ago, so we got into top 100 on fastest growing Inc. 5,000 companies in US. So, which is pretty amazing. What the idea of art and what we do? So, I mean, every day, so in all kind of businesses here in, so you have to deal with the multiple documents. And when I say documents, it might be invoices, which you are getting from your customers, invoices you are sending yourself, multiple customer IDs, customs forms, delivery forms. So, or even a structured document where just a text document, but it comes with the numbers you need to extract from it. So you need to validate it. And at the end of the day, you have to deal with the manual operations when you're actually getting this data and putting it into your particular system. So, and we can automate all these manual tasks and make sure that you will save money, first of all, on labor. So eliminate mistakes. And here we put together where exactly we can help. So, and again, example which I decided to use, it's a legal industry, so law firms, but obviously how, in this particular case, how we can help legal vertical. So it's applicable to the other industries as well. And I will talk about the industries of our choice where we're prospecting actively right now and having already live customers up and running. When it comes to legal verticals, so first of all, why IDP? So definitely helping with due diligence, right? So when they doing due diligence on any legal transaction, so which can be M&A, which can be new investments. So so they're dealing with tons of different documents. Or again, it comes with multiple forms. It can be balance sheets, it can be audit reports from the companies they're dealing with. So obviously we can extract the data from structured and unstructured documents and make sure that they will get to the systems they use or using our RPA platform. So build any data analysis in any kind of shape and forms they want. So which can be the ERP system or any knowledge-based systems they use, including Excel file, for example. So definitely helping with compliance, because using IDP eliminates mistakes and eliminates access to the information from the people they're working with, which might be not necessarily their own employees, but contractors. Knowledge management. So since you dealing with the documents in automated fashion, so it's easy to categorize them. So you're in control what bots are doing with the incoming or outgoing documents or the documents within organization. So it's easy to describe it. So and easy to put it in particular place. Again, eliminating human mistakes. Contract management, again, so you know exactly what's happening with every single contract. So you can definitely make better log files, work with the data, so and make sure that everything is easy to find, so and available on your fingertips. And particular deal analysis, as I said, so extracting data from unstructured documents and collecting the summary you need, so in automated fashion, super fast. Again, eliminating even any possible mistakes, human mistakes through the process. So just to give you a little bit more detailed context here, so definitely increased efficiency, so data extraction, so eliminating manual entry, so accuracy as a result of that. So we have our NLP and building AI engine, so to analyze the data and get it from the documents exactly the way you want it. So our building AI so helps us to immediately identify particular document types, and I will talk about it later. So definitely compliance. You eliminating human access to the documents. So that's probably solving tons of legal issues and document access issues which you might have. So in terms of cost savings, and we don't touch your data. So we don't know what kind of data you're dealing with as a vendor. So it completely stays with you. Definitely cost savings. So processing documents with IDP tool is faster. And you will have to save on labor, that's for sure. So I'm definitely saving time. Categorization and document classification. So again, easy to organize and easy to retrieve information. You actually let your team to work with multiple documents at the same time, which means that team definitely can multitask, control what's going on, so and can deal with multiple projects and the multiple streams of documents at the same time, right? So so definitely driving your team efficiency and driving your team scalability as well going forward. How to deploy? So, and that's probably the most common action. So, so what do you need to know? So, first of all, setting your objective. So, and those are our first questions when we ask to our any customers or any prospects when we're jumping to the first call, what kind of challenges they have, what exactly they want to automate. Because we have hundreds of scenarios and we definitely can educate them and show them pre-configured bots and bots depending to their particular tools, particular business processes, particular vertical, particular part of IT in their organization. But obviously they need to have their own objectives, right? So what exactly is the process they want to automate? Handling particular documents. So then the second question is what kind of data they want to extract out of it, right? So because we have super high accuracy when it comes to data recognition and ability to capture data. So, but still, what kind of data they're looking for? What are the critical fields? So, what kind of type of documents? So, they want to process? So, particular systems connectivity, right? So what kind of systems they will use as the outcome? So where the data should go to? We need definitely test, and that should be super fast. So we always jump on tests even on the first calls. So when actually putting through the sample documents and showing them the outcome, so our ability to capture the data. So structured and unstructured. And measure results just to make sure that we run our bots and we run our IDP processes so as expected. So, and we're actually hitting their objectives on savings and making sure that they are also executing on their automation agenda. So just in a nutshell, talking about the law offices, I believe that those 4 use cases, and again, there are more. So, but those are the most popular one, right? So we have electronic signature integration. So it means that many companies, they use particular, let's say, instruments to capture signatures from their customers, right? So, but integrating those signatures and kind of recognizing it and streamlining the signing process. So, that's in putting those signatures in a particular place in the systems they use internally. That's what we can do. So data extraction, so from particular documents, that's a case management. So, and making sure that those particular streams running super fast. So, data is getting where it should be. Customer portal integration. So means that that's particular part of the software. So where customers are logging in, uploading their documents. So, and we have to recognize them right away. So, and make sure that everything is compliant and as expected. So, for example, if there is a particular inventory of the documents customer should be uploading, so our software makes sure that we check all the boxes and obviously making sure that's incomplete, all the data received, recognize your customers are good. So, and you're on to the next task, on to the next customer. So, and document management, right? So obviously, that's exactly when I was talking about document organization, categories, and obviously ensuring compliance. So an easy audit access to the documents which you have within organization. So our solution can definitely help you to achieve it. What makes our solution unique? So because dealing with traditional IDP solutions on the market, you will probably see that they have huge variety of different integration options. So, so you might use different APIs. So you might use, let's say, the different instruments, third-party tools to integrate it into your solution, into your platform. In our case, since we're running it on our RPA platform, so you get single API for every single document stream or every document processing, and you deal with this API, so integrating it into your document system. So, that makes it super easy, definitely is an advantage. So, we automatically recognize particular document type and extract the data. And that's the beauty of AI agent we have internally. We can actually use IntelliDocs just as a one step in the robotic process based on our platform. So and actually do further data manipulations, not just putting in your system, but actually triggering particular events depending on this data. So which can be customer communication, which can be starting completely different processes within your organization, approaching different systems. So putting the data through, triggering particular alerts, communications internally. So everything which is rich RPA platform can do. So can use IntelliDocs as a complete integrated part of it. So of the whole process. It's important to mention that we can recognize pretty much every document type. So all traditional ones. So we have almost 3,000 different document models. When I say document models, which can be any ID, for example, from every state in United States. It can be particular certificates, can be particular logistic transportation forms, can be W-2s, can be insurance certificates, you name it. So so the amount of IDs across the multiple countries and multiple languages we support is huge, and our library of the standard documents which we can capture is growing every day. So why IntelliDocs? So obviously it's the only solution which is IDP AI based and can automatically classify documents. So as I mentioned, almost 3,000 document types. We have super high, almost 100% recognition accuracy. So it means that we eliminate mistakes when it comes to capturing your data from particular field. So we also can deal with blurs, we can do with scans, we can do with watermarks, we can do with handwriting. So which other solutions don't, you have to teach them and they will charge you extra for any non-standard documents we don't. So that brings us to the third point here, which is the most cost-effective solution. There is no hidden fees or platform fees. The only easy structure of our price list is based on the number of pages which we're dealing with per month. And this is it. There is no extra fees for the document type, any other languages, or any non-standard, I would say, unstructured documents will have to be. I mentioned legal verticals, so as our example, so when we started. So, but at the same time, those are the top verticals we're dealing with. Definitely finance, I would say, is the most popular. Dealing with the multiple invoices, account receivables, outgoing invoices, particular receipts, checks, bank cards, so we can recognize the data and actually put it into their system, which can be CRM or ERPs or any other, let's say, doc management system they use. Onboarding in KYC, so which is know your customer procedure. So when I say onboarding, that's particular IDs. So multiple IDs from a variety of different countries, right? So anywhere from LATAM to Asia. So we can support your country-specific IDs and international ones, and obviously recognize it. So and use it when you're dealing with EU customers, or for example, new employees you're joining your organization. Insurance and logistics, so all variety of NICSI labels, so which used for the shipping, accord forms, which are multiple insurance forms, shipping containers, so all there are numbers and letters on the shipping containers from a single folder. So and again, important to mention that it works with all kind of mobile apps. So your agents or your employees being in a field doing a simple photo of the document or a simple photo of the container or the truck they're dealing with, and they actually will immediately see that the document getting recognized and the data flowing into your system. All happens real time. So saving tons of time. So eliminating the need of scanning multiple documents and shuffling PDF files around. Healthcare, definitely all kind of medical insurance, benefits coverage, the new breed stuff like vaccination cards, so which we all had to deal with recently. So, and all kind of, let's say, customer IDs, customer registration data. Travel industry, definitely everything related to visa issues or passports and multiple, let's say, supporting documents which are needed for the travel. And we were talking already about the legal vertical. Mentioned already different file types, so pretty much everything, so dozens. I mean, you see just a small snapshot of the different file formats which we can recognize. Also important to mention that we are processing barcodes from multiple documents. We can read them, so and show you the output. Watermarks, handwriting is an unstructured, signatures, and any particular table. So in the end of the day, all the document types, that's just a different shape and form of the table. So, but with us, you can actually bring your own, let's say, custom structured table, and we will teach our system to recognize it and build with it exactly as another document type. Here, I would like to show you, let's say, the whole power of our P platform. So when I especially put, let's say, IDP just as a one building block. So here in red, so on the top right. So, but we have huge functionality in our hands. So when it comes to our ability to automate any manual process, we should have an organization. So what really makes our platform standing out from the competition is our built-in AI engine and our ability to build bots and generate code. So I mean, literally from text. So you teach the system, you actually type what you want to do. So, and our platform will build bots for you. It's literally low code, almost zero code. So you don't need to have programming skills to build our bots. So, I mean, again, so it doesn't mean that you need to have expensive labor. So who will be in charge of the bot building and supporting them. And I think that altogether, so including this very simplistic licensing, so which will make it pretty unique. Again, IntelliDocs is a small part of it. So we can do way more. So when it comes to your business process automation or any manual operation information which your employee is doing at their computers. And we are up to demo time, and I believe that after that we will save time for Q&A. I see some questions here. Definitely will address them, so please hold on. Conrad, over to you. Let me stop sharing.
All right. No further ado. Good morning, evening, afternoon. Thank you for having me and join me in the demonstration of IntelliDocs. In the next minutes, I will showcase 3 dynamic ways you can harness the power of IntelliDocs to streamline your operations. So let's start with the first one, the IntelliDocs web portal itself. So with a simple login in our system into the ElectroNeek ecosystem, you can seamlessly see your limits and set document streams into IntelliDocs. You can take document streams as you distribute pages into your organizations at your own convenience. It could be by customer, it could be by document type, it could be by any business flow that you might have. Right? It provides you a way to track and control the number of pages you want for each document stream that you might want it there. So let me jump into the first testing that we're going to have there, which is test document page. So if you are non-tech people, you can actually go to our portal and test documents by your own without any coding experience previously. So for this example here, I'm going to use a power of attorney there. So let me select file there. Yeah, in a minute, I will show there. And just document string I want to that document go with, right? So let me pick it up, the document a little bit zoning, so you can actually see the content there. So this is a letter of a power of attorney. So our system is capable, one, to actually extract which is the model that we are talking about. So it automatically classifies the document that we insert into the system without I'm telling it's a power of attorney. So that's a powerful resource that we have right off the bat with IntelliDocs. But not only that, our NLP is capable to actually make a summary of the document itself. So you can actually see a summary going on into the fields area. The biggest value, I would say, of the IntelliDocs is actually have each of those fields mapped as a key value pair there. So for instance, you have different names into the document, and each of those have different keys and values already mapped, and you can actually attach that with your own system later on, or any other process that you might want it to use there, right? But also, I want to mention that IntelliDocs is capable to reply on the full OCR text from the document. So for instance, if you want to do some specifics or searching into the document and grab more information that key pair values were not grabbed automatically, you can actually access the OCR component of the response. The last but not the least, we have the properties that are talking to the document that you actually uploaded to the system there. So it talks about the page count, how many pages were into the document, which are the type of the document I uploaded. In my case, I uploaded a PDF, but could be any of what Yuri mentioned before there. And also has some properties that guarantees you that has glare-free focus or rotation or auto rotation there. So in my case, I have 0, means that my angle into the document is pretty straightforward here. All right. But we are not stopping there. This is just the first example that I have for you. So IntelliDocs is all about flexibility. That is the point that Yuri was talking about previously. So, and that's why we offer RPA combined with the intelligent document process there. So if you don't know, RPA allows you to automate routine tasks like fetching emails, documents, or database data there. And our IDP technology takes over from those documents and extracts vital data from those. So making them instantly usable for your workflows. It's the perfect blend, I would say, of efficiency and precision there. So you can free your team up time to do more strategic tasks there. So let me show you the second example that I have, which is using RPA and IDP combined. For first commerce into ElectroNeek, this is a Studio Pro or RPA tool there. And here I have a whole sections of activities, standard activities. And the one that I'm going to use for the demo is actually the document processing, more specifically the IntelliDocs one. So how RPA tools works is simply drag and drop there to do automations. In my case, I have only IntelliDocs there and a user notification in my screen. And all you need to do on those tools, which is differ from coding itself, is actually configure those predefined activities there. So in the case of using IntelliDocs, the only thing I have to point that out, which is the API key for my document string, and actually the path of the file that I want to read on, right? Those are the only two things that I have to mention to the automation there to get data. So let's see in action how that goes. Again, I will open up into another tab, the results, so we can actually compare both here. So this one is actually a certificate of good there. And as you can see, the model from my previous example changed there. Now it's actually classified as a certificate of good standing there. And also all the important information, for example, the authentication number there that you're gonna have, it's already mapped. So that's also one benefit of IntelliDocs, that for each document type that you're gonna have feeding each the document, we know what are the important information that you might want there. So this is the second example, how you combine RPA and IDP there to extract value. Later on, you can use this information to do any kind of sort of automation, send emails, making an Excel spreadsheet, resume, or whatever that makes sense with that data, right? All right. So, and my third example are for the tech-savvy minds out there. We got something special for you. IntelliDocs also provides you a public API for seamlessly integration with your existing systems here. So whether you're using Python, Java, or any other programming language, our API open up a world of possibilities on the integration side. You can directly embed IntelliDocs functionalities into your custom applications there, making the document processing part of your system held by IntelliDocs. So let me show you in action the last example I have here. So I wrote down a pretty straightforward code in Python that will just actually make a call to the public API of IntelliDocs and retrieve information from yourself there. So in this time, I will select a drive license there. So 3 different documents and their source of the documents, I'll say there. And also you can check it out there that IntelliDocs is capable to extract information not only from the parts of the document, but also makes sense. That's the intelligent part of the tool actually, to the data that's being extracted on. So for example, into the ID, you can see that you have spaces through the ID number. And then when it comes to grab that data from with IntelliDocs, we already have that data already treated for you. So we don't have to actually do something else or treat the data when you receive from IntelliDocs. You can use right away into your systems. So in this short demo, we have merely scratched the surface of IntelliDocs capabilities. So from the user-friendly web portal to the integration with code and using APIs, IntelliDocs empowers you to transform your document processing landscape. Our team is standing by to answer any questions that you might have right now and guide you through a personalized experience. So thank you for your time, and let's step into a more efficient future together. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. And so let's dive into some of the questions that individuals have. So I'm going to jump into the Q&A session that we have right now. And there's a lot of great questions that are coming up. And Conrado, I want to ask you, since you are the technical guru of IntelliDocs and know all things, so does it support many languages or does it support Indian languages? So tell us about the languaging support for IntelliDocs.
Yeah. So we are mainly supporting 79 languages right now with IntelliDocs. Exceptions are Cyrillic-like languages, so they don't use the Latin alphabet for that. So if you fall into that category, unfortunately, IntelliDocs does not support you. Although 79, I'm almost sure that you are in the right fit for that.
Right, wonderful. Now, there's a couple questions about, how does this relate to all the new technology that is out there right now? So, like, what is the difference between IntelliDocs and GPT and ChatGPT? Like, is there a difference between them and pulling data?
Absolutely. So, IntelliDocs works with more complex and advanced for document processing and actually has an AI capability as well there. As you could see by my demo, it has the NLP analysis, it has the automatically key mapping thing for you. So ChatGPT is great, but sometimes it's not consistent. And that's all about what we wanted when you are talking about document processing. You want to be consistent with the data that you're extracting. And that's why we are better in that sense than ChatGPT or any AI prompt technology.
Most definitely. And one of the things you want to make sure that you show everyone how they can get in contact with some of the team members that we have, some of our account executive experts, to walk them through the different details. So if you want to share that screen now with that QR code, so if you want to schedule a demo for any of our products that we have, you're just going to share that demo, but I'm going to keep on asking those questions. So great questions, as everyone, as you're putting them through. So can signatures be extracted from separate image files, Conrado, and compare? Yes. So talk to us about that.
Yep. So how it works is pretty similar with the key pair thing that I explained before. So signatures will be a new key pair thing into the IntelliDocs extraction, and the response will be not only what is the value of the signature, would be my name, but also we will have the basics for image for the signature itself. So it actually extracts the signature picture into the document as well. So you can work with both there. Maybe you can, I don't know, sync with DocuSign or maybe other systems that use signatures there with the signature that you extract into the document, or you just want the value there to cross-check with the first name, last name of the person, and then move on with your automation there.
Got it. And
there is another question. How we deal with CAD files, right? Do we need to save them in PDF first, or we can read them?
Sorry, I didn't get CAD files. So CAD files are not supported by native into IntelliDocs. So you have to export them to PDFs and then feed it up into the IntelliDocs solution here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Very good here. Yeah. Go ahead, Kendall.
Yeah. Well, this is a good question for you, Yuri. So can you explain the difference between in the product categories, like from intelligent document processing and robotic process automation? So what are the differences, and talk to us about how does that work?
As I said, so IDP, so in intelligent document processing, is a part. So it's just one of the components of the RPA platform which we have. So when it comes to working with incoming documents as an input for RPA, and it's one particular component of the bots, right? So in the bots we are building on the platform, everything you do on your computer manually, so typing, using your mouse, so our browsing, so we can are actually simulate it with our bots and eliminate all the manual labor, eliminate mistakes, and make sure that it speeds up and saves money, your organization, with our RPA solution.
Right. Well, Conrado, is this a solution suitable for in Yuri, based upon your experience? What type of, is this also suited for workers' compensation and being able to pull information from the documents?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is one actually the industries that Yuri showed before, right? You can actually do onboarding. You can actually do all the data related to an individual with IntelliDocs.
Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of POC or a pilot, so I mean, when it comes to IntelliDocs POC, it's very simplistic, right? So we just want to make sure that we get your document samples. We run it for you, very similar to what Conrado just did doing demo. So, and you're actually able to capture the outcome and put in your system. So it's very straightforward. So.
Can I get one question that I see in chat that I think it's
sure.
Yeah. Right? So Andrea asked about documentation. How can I see what are the supported document types that we have in IntelliDocs? So if you access today docs.electronic.com, you're going to see all the documentation about the IntelliDocs. If you are searching for more tech / implementation information, you can access directly our API documentation, which is api.electronic.com.
Perfect. Wonderful. And so, Yuri, if you could share your screen and show the QR code so people can take an image and just go ahead and book a meeting with any of our team members. We're very helpful. We'll just walk you through the details of it to make sure it works for you. And if it doesn't, that's fine. We can part ways to spread it, but you get the information that is available, that we have available, and you can see that we are here to make sure that you have all the information that you need to make sure this is the right choice. So with that, if you want to book a demo and schedule a meeting, we can walk you through the different details about what IntelliDocs can do, what our platform can do. As Conrado talked about, it's more than just intelligent document process. We have AI built into our platform. We are here to break through and democratize the opportunity for people to be able to just, with low code and even no code opportunities that we have for you, to make sure everything is taken care of. So with that being said, we want to thank you for watching this demo and this presentation, and make sure that you have, if you have any other questions, you know where to find us at ElectroNeek.com. We want to thank you all, and you have a happy day and happy automation.
Thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all.